reaction channels. If you're not familiar, this is basically like a whole genre, a whole like style of YouTube video where somebody watches a music video and then says like, dude, whoa, that's crazy. Oh, dude, sick.
Honestly, man, I gotta admit, that's a pretty good impression of me, but what's up, guys? Today, I'm doing a different kind of video today, clearly, and, you know, I want to talk about the Punk Rock MBA, aka Finn McKenty, and his latest video, and for those that don't know him, I feel like all you guys do know him, but basically like a marketing expert business kind of guy that talks about, you know, the history of bands and how commercially successful they were in, you know, the core punk rock metal scene. You know, he has fantastic videos. Some of my favorites are like, you know, why this certain band got so big, what killed this style of music. I'm not so crazy about his personal opinions on like, you know, his problems with a certain style of music, including like his infamous black metal video and
sorry about that. I'm allergic to nerds LARPing in their basement.
Honestly, man, don't get me started on his progressive metal video.
Honest truth is that it's really not that hard to write this super long, complex, shreddy song with no structure or hook.
But look, we're here to talk about his latest video that was published to his main page. So one morning, I was grabbing my coffee and I noticed that the Punk Rock MBA uploaded a new video to his page titled, "Deathcore is back, baby." Oh man, this piqued my interest as someone who's been, you know, wanting the most out of deathcore, who's been wanting like the bands to push the envelope of what this style of music can be. I felt like this was a perfect video for my interest at that moment. And like, I always find the bands that are genre pushing are the ones that last the longest or make the biggest impact. The ones that just like stay sounding deathcore forever don't really do as much as bands that are like shaking up the sound and kind of revolutionizing it, right? And it's an awesome video from Finn, man. You know, he talks about why the deathcore scene is blowing up. He has a lot of positive things to say about it. But as the case with some of Finn's videos, I'm left scratching my head at a couple takes here and there. And specifically the halfway point through this video, he starts talking about reaction channels. But my interest is completely piqued at this moment. I want to know what he has to say about reaction channels. He goes on to say,
and personally, I think 99% of reaction content is absolute trash.
Okay. My feelings are slightly hurt, but I still want to hear what he has to say. But then he shows a clip of me.
There's a compilation of Lorna Shore reaction videos that has 271,000 views.
Okay, now what he's talking about in this clip is that, you know, reaction channels are actually more popular and they're giving these deathcore bands like millions of impressions, which I absolutely agree with this statement. And it's what I want to talk about in this video, but I want to go deeper into detail why I think, you know, this new shift in music consumption in this digital world with like reaction channels, they're getting more popular and they're not going anywhere anytime soon, right? And I really want to defend this reaction community with Finn's blanket statement that
99% of reaction content is absolute trash.
Even if it's his personal opinion, there's others that still feel the same way as him. So I kind of want to defend the community and talk about why I think some reaction channels are actually not trash at all and they're quality content. And I know that you said,
but whatever, it doesn't matter what I think. The fact of the matter is that these are super popular.
But I think it does matter what you think because you have a huge platform. A lot of people listen to you. And that's why I really feel like I have the urge to like defend this community and why reaction channels are actually valuable to this scene. Very valuable, actually. Before we get started, this is not a hate/drama video towards Finn. It's more of a rebuttal video about what he said that, you know, this type of content is trash, because I think Finn is not the only one that thinks this way, right? So I want to give you guys like a different perspective from, you know, a reactor's perspective on why I think this content can be valuable and why it's blowing up in the scene and how there's actually big shifts in the way that we listen to music because of what's going on right now. Anyway, so let's get started with the video. So I was actually like Finn back in the day. I hated reaction channels. I thought they were lazy. They were stealing other people's content. It was utter BS what they were doing. That's until I came across Truant Reacts.
What the fuck is up, everyone? Hello. Welcome.
Now, why Truant stuck with me is because he was listening to the same underground core bands as I was and talking about them. The more Truant videos I watched, the more I learned about him and his personality. You know, he was charismatic, charming, unique, and kind of funny sometimes. I learned to love the guy, but I noticed he would never criticize a song. Now me, who has a lot of opinions about music, as you guys know, and that's mainly because years ago I used to go on sites like sputnikmusic.com, punknews.org, Alternative Press, Kerrang, and just read a ton of reviews. So I thought I wanted to be that guy who would react to a song and actually review it. You know, give my most honest, brutal thoughts, even if I dislike the song, take the heat for it. So 3 years ago, I started the METALBIRB channel and it grew way faster than I expected. I brought in guests like my girlfriend, my best friend, my dog, my bird, and I would just listen to the music and then talk about it afterwards. It's currently not the biggest channel in terms of numbers, but hey, I like reacting to the small underground bands, and Finn, you know that people usually care about the big bands. They don't really care about the small underground bands as much. But hey, I just like talking about what I'm passionate about, right? And also, I'm pretty happy with my numbers too. So on surface level, I am just a reaction channel, but I feel like my followers, and myself included, know it's a little bit more than that. It's almost like a music promotion channel with dedicated music discussion. I've made almost like 1,000 videos dedicated to talking about the music, even if we liked it or disliked it. I also have a guitar background, so I feel like I can give it some insight into music composition and also some guitar playing. But the point is, when you fall into the rabbit hole that is the reaction metal community, you will find so many different angles talking about this style of music. So you have reviewers like me, Richard Janvrin, Rachel Reacts, Galacticriminal, Hardcore, of course Nik Nocturnal. But then you also have entertainment reactors like Tulip Mafia, Two Rockin' Grannies, and the GOAT, HardcoreKeem. Roadie reactions like TankTheTech, who gives a roadie's perspective on music, plus gives a bunch of facts in his videos. Vocal coaches like Mark from Cardivox Academy, music composers like Geebz, jazz drummers reacting to metal drummers. The point is you can learn a lot from all these people. You've probably seen them in your YouTube search, but have you watched them all? Each reactor brings something valuable to the table, and people love watching reactions. Part of it is because they're learning something about them. They don't have metal friends in person, so they find this online community to talk about, you know, metal music. Or honestly, they just like seeing people's facial expressions reacting to the songs when they share their favorite tunes. And you know who else loves watching this type of content? Bands, architects, While She Sleeps have admitted that they love watching this type of content.
That's why at the moment I am like literally living off reaction videos.
Yeah.
The songs could be shit.
Reaction videos have been like real key to me as well throughout this, because actually watching your song means something to someone and seeing that reaction in their face,
they're not just words.
It's exactly what you would get live.
Because I think the pandemic helped for sure, but bands love watching other people's, you know, react to their art in real time, right? All right, back it up, story time. A little bit about me is that, you know, before YouTube, I was actually in the digital marketing space. You know, I was doing marketing for car companies, schools, insurance companies, and reality TV stars. The thing is, that's why I like Finn in your videos, because you talk about the marketing side of bands, and I've always really appreciated that input. But let's go back even further, and I was actually in sales. And you know, one thing that my manager said during my sales job always stuck with me. People love to talk about themselves. And I feel like I already knew this, but you know, he went on to elaborate a little bit more. And everyone you meet has something of value to say. And this stuck with me because even if you disagree with somebody or if you think they're a total idiot, there's always something of value that you can learn from that other person. It really put things into perspective for me that you're not above anybody else, and there's always something of value that you can learn from the other person. Now where I'm going with this, as you mentioned, that we are one of the vectors, driving forces of the deathcore scene. And honestly, I'd go further and even say metalcore and possibly even prog music. But the point is, I agree with you 100% here. And what I was saying that you can learn anything from anyone goes hand in hand with the amount of reaction channels out there. It is an extremely competitive space right now, but everyone has some input into a song that you may or may not have noticed. We're all learning from each other, and not only that, we are indirectly supporting each other and pushing each other to be better. As competitive as the reaction scene is right now, we're all indirectly providing each other with content, including you, Finn. A new song drops from an upcoming band and 2 reactors check them out. Word gets around and 2 more reactors check them out, and then 2 more reactors check them out, and then it becomes a cycle. It becomes a collective hype. And I saw this collective hype help bands like Spiritbox, Sleep Token, Ice 9 Kills, And I know that you've made content around those bands. Well, maybe not Sleep Token. I know you don't like them, but you know, the point is that I think you actually owe reactors quite a bit with providing you with content. That being said, I know that reaction channels are not the main driving force in this digital world of, you know, music consumption. And I would actually say that's probably Spotify at the moment. Judging by the amount of streams alone versus the amount of views on YouTube, Spotify is king because of the playlists and the algorithms that are suited to each person individually. But I do believe that a YouTube view has a lot more weight than a Spotify stream, and that's mainly because if you watch a reactor that you trust, you know, shows the song, talks about the song, loves the song, breaks down the song, that's a lot more weight than a Spotify stream for someone who's just on this playlist that's on shuffle and is like half paying attention to it. There is a change in music consumption in the digital world. And I'm not talking about streaming services like Spotify, Apple Music, but I'm talking about influencers too.
We got influencers out in the wild. We got to make a new compilation video. She's just doing weights on Rodeo too. Oh, she stopped. She stopped.
That's pretty impressive. Dude.
And as reaction channels continue to grow in popularity, there will be changes in music distribution, and I've already seen it firsthand. Some reaction channels actually get to debut, you know, upcoming singles from bands on their channels. And as labels and publishers see the value in reaction channels continue to grow, the more that they want to work with them. Labels are actually seeing the value in reaction channels, and man, I'm absolutely loving this change. Essentially, we're becoming like the new radio host for like metal music, even though the radio was never huge for metal. But I do feel like reaction channels have taken a lot of viewership from radio stations, and essentially we're becoming like the new disc jockeys. And to be fair, you briefly talked about this in your deathcore video, but I feel like there's a lot more to talk about and, you know, talk about this new wave music consumption. And I feel like you already know this, and that's why you've already made 5 reaction videos.
Here we go. This is a pretty sick breakdown. Breakdown incoming. This is good.
So 99% of reaction content is absolute trash, but not yours?
This is so different from High Horse. It's like a different band. It is. It doesn't sound like anything else I've ever done, but I think it's fucking cool.
You do pause a little too much from my personal liking, to be honest, and a reaction video should be, you know, the first time reacting to a song and not just using the reaction word as a keyword in your YouTube search. But I digress. I do appreciate how you use clips of, you know, other songs that you're talking about in your video, take that time to edit, and also you talk about, you know, the bands being commercially successful and stuff. And I honestly think you would bring a lot of value to the reaction scene if you were to make reaction videos, Finn. All that being said, are some reaction channels trash? Oh, 100%. Some videos are a complete waste of time. The ones that go like,
hey, my name is Jonah. Oh my god, this song is amazing. Oh, hit that subscribe, hit that bell notification.
They offer no value, but you know, the same thing could be said about guitar cover channels. And I would know, I used to do guitar covers back in the day on YouTube 10 years ago, but even like vocal cover channels and stuff, you know, there's a good mix of really bad covers and really good ones. And the same logic applies to reaction channels. But still, like I was saying, there's still value that you can learn from people, even if it's not the greatest content. But you only have so much time of the day and you still want to use that time towards, like, you know, channels that you trust, right? Another thing I see is that some reactors use clickbait thumbnails, and 100%. I see some reactors not even wear the same shirt that they are in their goddamn video, man. And some reactors, are they fake? Oh my god, there is some fake as hell reactors out there that are making other reactors look bad. Very non-genuine reactions. They don't know what they're talking about. You can already tell that they like some of the songs because they're already moving ahead of the song and ahead of the beat. Something's a little bit fishy and their viewers eat that shit up. But I like to think that my followers can smell BS. They like the authenticity, and that's exactly what I provide them with. Genuine, honest reactions, no bullshit, discover new bands, and help the scene grow. That is what my channel is about. And another thing I've seen people complain about is why do reaction videos get so many views? And I see this happen through like original content creators. You know, some people might make original content that takes them a lot of time to film and research and also edit, and it doesn't even come close to the amount of views that a regular reaction video would get. And I know this firsthand. It can be really annoying because, case in point, I reacted to one of the most challenging songs ever written, Dream Theater, The Dance of Eternity. You would hate that song, by the way, Finn. And it clocked in at 57,000 views. And then I decided to learn the song. It took me 4 months to learn the damn thing on guitar, 2 days to film and edit the video. And right now, it's currently sitting at 16,000 views. That's like a little bit more than 1/4 of the videos from my reaction video, and I learned the damn thing, man. So I know reaction videos pull in a lot of views. And last thing on this subject is that people have been reacting to things on YouTube for the longest time before reactions were even a thing. So what I mean by that is people have been reacting to news in the scene, the drama that's happening in the scene. And case in point, in your latest video on your personal channel talking about the When We Were Young festival is you pretty much reacting to the news of the festival and giving out your thoughts. It's really not that different from me reacting to a song and then giving out my thoughts. But it is what it is, and our reaction channels flooding YouTube, holy shit, they are everywhere. And man, it's a little bit annoying. I can agree with that. But at the end of the day, we're all indirectly supporting each other, and we're all helping make this, genre music or, this scene even more popular and relevant. And Finn, if you want to continue doing the odd reaction video on your channel, man, you have my full support. Like, there is a lack of business talk and, music success and failure kind of talk in the reaction scene. I think you could fill that void. Alright guys, so this video was primarily made in defense of my reaction channel and the reaction community with a blanket statement like 99% of reaction content is absolute trash. I felt like I had the need to explain why I think there's value in reaction content and why it's getting more popular, and for people that hate this form of content, kind of give you a little bit more insight and reason to why I think the content that I make is actually pretty good. I'm happy with the content that I make, and I think my followers would agree with that too. So, reaction channels, they're pretty popular, and we're not going anywhere at this time. But those are my thoughts on the current reaction scene. I'm curious to know what your thoughts are, so comment down below, spice up my life. What do you guys like about the current reaction scene? What do you dislike? What are you annoyed by? What do you want to see in the future with these channels? And also, please be respectful. Finn actually had a lot of positive things to say about reaction channels, and I hope that he continues to say more positive things. So hopefully with people like Finn who hate this type of content, may see some value at the end of it, but we'll see. But guys, let me know your thoughts. And also, if you've gotten to this point in the video, seriously, and you haven't clicked off yet, then I really appreciate the shit out of you, man. Feel free to hit that subscribe button that pops up right there. Feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. But on that, thank you for tuning in. Till next time. Peace.